a number of wild goose chases under your belt, but but also a number of incredible conquests.
Well, we are on top of, in the Dominican Republic. We got stopped there through a change in the government. We're going to be back there in a little while. But we got stopped there, and we were right on top of what will become the most famous shipwreck of all time once we can prove it, and we're right on top of it. It's called the 1502 Fleet, which was a fleet of 28 ships that left Santo Domingo on July 4th of 1502. And Christopher Columbus himself was involved in it because he told the fleet not to leave, and they left anyway, and they all sunk. Most of them sank. There was a few of them that survived, but most of them sank in a major hurricane that hit 40 hours afterwards.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. See, the thing that I've done a little reading in the realm of shipwrecks and stuff like that, more of like the World War II style stuff. Richie Kohler and John Chatterton finding the U-869 over off New Jersey and stuff like that, and Andrea Doria, all the newer stuff. But the older stuff is eluded me up until now, until I had you two gentlemen that own you, Bill and
Bobby,
there we go, come in and share a beer with me, and that kind of gave me a little rundown of the company. I thought it was pretty damn fascinating.
Yeah, we're on top of a couple major wrecks, too, in Cape Canaveral. We're about to announce a find there. But we believe one of the 1715 fleet that everybody's been looking for up and down the coast for quite some time. So.
Yeah, you say everyone's been looking for it. So what kind of competition do you face in this industry? I mean, I can't imagine there's a ton of these companies out there.
No. Actual full-blown companies that do this every day for a living, there's probably less than 10. And then there's a lot of what I call weekend warriors, a huge amount that go out there on the weekend, get a boat, and go out and hunt and try to find something.
But they can't afford that kind of equipment, you wouldn't think, right?
No, they usually use less expensive equipment than what we use.
Little underwater metal detectors and sifters and stuff like that.
Correct.
You guys probably have the huge sand suckers and stuff like that to kind of clear away the major debris.
Yeah, we have a blower boat that blows that converts the prop wash and pushes it down to the bottom of the ocean and then blows the sand out of the way temporarily.
Now, does it just blow the sand, or does it suck the sand and move it?
It blows it. It blows it off to the side, and then within a day or two, the ocean puts it all right back in. So we have to work very quick.
I find that absolutely. I'd love to go out there one day. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we'd love to have you out.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that would be a hell of an experience.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Cranny Elite on the high seas.
Yeah, file us under interested in that category.
Can we broadcast from the boat?
That would be cool. A live broadcast from the boat.
I hope you have some good Wi-Fi on the boat.
just to let you know, Ron, we are in over 10 countries. We just got Argentina and Spain, Ireland, UK, Australia. So we are broadcasting to the world. So I think this is really cool. Give people a little heads up. Where can we find you on the internet? Just as a quick heads up to the people that are listening.
Yeah, our website is GM. That's G as in George, M as in Mother, and then the word exploration, just exactly as it sounds, .com.
Excellent. So, guys, make sure you check that out. And so, go ahead, Ben.
I'm actually on the site right now, and I see here one of the things that's on the homepage. Apparently, you had a dive team that discovered an historic anchor. Is that correct?
Yes, that was at the end of the season last season, and that is a marker for what we believe is one of the 1715 fleet ships, a Dutch ship that has never been found. And it would be a major discovery, and we believe we're on top of it.
Now, in your pursuits of, I assume you guys are just open to any kind of naval wreckage that you're looking for the treasure, but I would assume the bulk of it comes from that great era. I mean, you're talking really from the 1500s, essentially to the 1700s, really. And it seemed to me that back then the bulk of that really occurred in the Caribbean area. Is that not correct?
Yeah, most of it came from the Caribbean. Also, a lot of it came from South America, Colombia, Chile, all those areas. They were mining silver and gold. Mainly after the late 1500s, it was mainly silver. Before that, it was almost all gold. So if you can find a ship from the early 1500s, there's a high probability that if it is a treasure ship, it'll be filled with gold. So that's what we'd really like to find.
So now you're studying, you're obviously going to study, because the ships have a start point and a destination. So you're trying to kind of go along that destination, and obviously you're having to do a really wide area because those destinations can vary by hundreds and hundreds of miles. But when you find something like an anchor, and during a storm, if a ship runs out some really bad storm, would they be more apt to lay anchor to try to let the wind drag them and kind of thing?
Yeah, this anchor that we found is about 3 miles offshore, and it's an indication that it was a last-ditch attempt to save the ship before it crashed into the shore or into a shallow area. And that's what usually sinks 95% of the shipwrecks around the world is they're in shallow water because they hit reefs and they hit shallow areas.
Right,
they're
right.
blown into them by a hurricane or a storm, and that's why they sink most of the time. Then there's only about 5% of them that are out in deeper water.
Wow, I tell you something. It just fascinates me. I mean, everybody loves. There's two things kids love nowadays: it's pirates or ninjas. I was a ninja guy for the longest time. But
And
man,
the dinosaurs are right up there too.
yeah, but that's a lesser one. It's pirates or ninjas.
Yeah, I would agree.
Kids
I
want to
mean,
be
you look at the popularization of the whole pirate thing, and look no further than a show like A Black Sails that's on Stars, which actually I enjoy quite a bit.
Damn
And-
good show. A really
really
cool
good show. And they actually were in the pursuit for 2 seasons of one of the treasure fleet from a Spanish ship. And that's the thing is in your pursuits, I would assume a lot of it really does come from that era.
Basically everything we're looking for comes from that area from the beginning of the 1500s all the way through the end of the 1700s, early 1800s. That's the time of the majority of the treasure that was shipped over.
Now, the big question to me is, what do you do with it? You find the treasure. I mean, look, if it was me, I'd just keep it all. But are you guys donating any of this? Does some of this become something that you donate to museums, or is it finders keepers?
Well, we have agreements with the governments that we work with where they get a pretty large percentage of everything that we find. They pay absolutely nothing. We pay all the expenses, and they get a very big chunk of what we find. And then they put it in museums and that type of thing. We have our own small museums and different museums that we support. But the main purpose of the company is to make money for our investors.
Right.
And so we take it and we will sell it at auction, and that then creates a return for our company.
So then they basically give you territorial rights.
Yeah, we get certain areas of the ocean that
Right.
are ours, and we're the only ones that can work in those areas.
And I assume there's a bidding process between you and your competitors?
No,
or?
there's no bidding process. It's just a matter of who gets there first and finds the area and goes through all of the huge amount of paperwork that has to be done, and very, very difficult, and can stand the time period that it takes to go through all of that and then finally get the permit.
Well, and I would assume some of that's cash flow. I mean, to be able to
yeah.
sustain that time, you've got to be well funded.
It's a huge amount of money that you have to put. It's very similar to oil exploration. You got to spend a huge amount of money up front, and then you hit the oil well, and then you make tons of money when the oil comes up. Well, we're in virtually the same type of business. We have to put all this money up front.
Takes money to make money nowadays,
Yep.
doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why we use investors, and that's why we're going public in about another 9 months to a year from now.
I did read that on your site.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I might save up a little chunk. Maybe
Yeah,
I
so
can
we're
get on board.
We're in a final round of fundraising right now before the IPO.
I've got a couple of questions. You mentioned museums. Where can we find these museums?
Down in the Dominican Republic, there is some of what we found in museums down there.
You said you operate museums, though, as well.
No, we don't operate them.
I'm sorry.
We just give some out to certain different museums.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now you have a little museum.
We have
right?
a very small
Little-
museum, a mini museum in our office, in
like
our
a little
headquarters.
showcase of some of the items you found.
Yeah, showcase of quite a few different items. That's quite interesting to see it.
Oh,
Is that open to the public?
Yeah, with an appointment. Just give me a call.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Somebody in Tampa has said, check out the well-preserved road. So they are already on your site. That is awesome.
Oh, that's good.
So we're
welcome you.
getting them out there.
Now, if someone was looking for a job with Global Marine Exploration, having a peg leg or a parrot's not part of the requirement, right?
No, but it helps. I like the I like the idea.
What if your last name corresponds with one of the two things he just said?
Well, if you happen to be an Oakland Raider football fan, that goes a long way because I'm a diehard.
You know
Oakland
what?
Raider
I
football
noticed that actually on your car when you drove in, and I am too, much to my dismay. A very huge Oakland Raider fan.
No, you're kidding.
No, I am,
Ben,
I
hold
hoped.
on. Ben,
you know-
hold on.
Oh,
Ben,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Hold on.
Good.
Please.
You know,
That's funny.
as an Oakland Raider fan, the '80s were the glory years.
No, the 70s,
I remember.
70s and 80s.
I remember the greatness that was Jim Plunkett. I remember Just Win, Baby. Al Davis was a legend back then, but then he became a lunatic.
Yep, I agree.
And when he passed away, I cheered. I'll be honest, I did. Only to have Mark Davis, the man with the bowl haircut, that has not improved this team at all.
Oh goodness gracious! That is the basis of this show, more or less. Is we're a comedy show, but we love to bring on some great guests on occasion. And we do absolutely appreciate you coming on.
I'm
and
super
sharing
stoked
your time
about
with us.
this.
Yeah.
I mean, we would love to be able to hop on that boat with you sometime.
I appreciate it too. I'll talk to my partners and see what they say about it, but we might be able to work something out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we will be gladly pump you up on the show. We'll tell everybody about you. We'll tell the world about you, the people that we can talk to and enjoy some time with. So we'll let them know. We will let them know. Again, that's gmexploration.com.
Yes.
Yes.
And please update us as well, Ron, because on our Facebook page and our Twitter page, people like to keep tabs on the guests that we have. And so it's always fun. You talk about this work that you're doing at Cape Canaveral. We're going to have people asking us, hey, what happened with that? Did anything ever come about that? So any updates that you have, we'd love to be able to post and educate people about.
And we'll follow the website.
Great.
We'll keep it up following the website because I'm crazy excited about this.
I am too. I'm giddy over here.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's great to be a pirate.
Yar. I do have a pirate tattoo on my leg, and my last name is one of the two corresponding things.
It is Parrot, yes.
No, it's not. No.
Oh, wait, no, it's Hito.
Nobody knows that.
Oh, that's right.
Of course.
Yes.
But yes, that is correct. Well, again, we do thank you very much, Ron Aber, for coming on from Global Marine Exploration, not research. But they do research, but it is not included in
Which
the
results
name.
in the expiration.
Yes.
Right, but
Correct.
it's not actually part of their name, which their company, which is soon to be publicly traded.
Again,
Here on the Cranial
facts.
Emission Show, we do love the facts. We do our homework, but it, the
Here,
dog
allow
ate it.
me.
Yeah, the dog
Here
ate
on the
it.
Cranial Mission Show, we do our homework. Unfortunately, our dog ate it.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break, guys. Thank you very much, Ron Aber, for stopping by and telling us amazing good things about your company.
Thanks,
You're
Ron.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right.
Yo, this Big Muffin. What'd you do? You get caught tripping? This court? You got a warrant? Don't matter what you did. You got cash, Big Muffin's got your ass. Day or night, we'll keep your butthole right. Call 1-555-BUTT-RIGHT. Big Muffin's bail bonds, service in Greater Central Florida.
Hey fellas, ex-President Bill Clinton here, and I'm excited to introduce to you Billy Bags, a novelty condom company created by yours truly. My inaugural line will be sure to smoke all competitors. I call it my Commander-in-Lead series. That's right, boys. It's time to dress to impress and slip that beef into a Commander-in-Lead. These condoms are made to resemble the finest cigars and come in all sizes. For you poor bastards sporting a roll of dimes, I suggest to you the Rothschild, a tiny condom guaranteed to fit your little willy nice and snug. The Lonsdale is perfect for you fellas that meet the approval rating in length, but can't quite cut in the girth department. These narrow sheets fit tight and scoff at mother friction. This now leaves us with you boys, like myself, who put condoms to the ultimate test. I proudly present to you the Presidente. We put years of research with the help from NASA developing a meat shield that can handle any circumstance. We tested these condoms deep in the jungles of the Congo, and the results are astounding. We even have a specialty condom for those of you that like to provide a little secret service to the stink wrinkle. The Toro is an extra thick elastic wonder. It's sure to handle the extra stress caused by butt sex. Unfortunately, Rothschild customers won't be able to extend their jurisdiction to these, so we suggest to you, just use your finger. Together, these condoms create quite the rubber government. We hope all men and women vote for my product to be erected as the condom of the future. I am Bill Clinton, and I approve these receptacles.
Look for Billy Bags in a drugstore near you.
Hello, this is Tim the Bear from the Cleveland Show. You're listening to the Cranial Emission Show on Spreaker.com. Hope you like your show.
Welcome back to the Cranial Mission Show. And guys, I'm just still reeling from that interview that we had with Ron Aber from Global Marine Exploration, Vice President and Director of Marketing and Investor Relations for the company. He's also one of the co-founders of that company. So guys, once again, if you're a listener of the show, go to gmexploration.com. Check them out. Incredible organization. We're broadcasting here, the triumvirate before you, Ben Charles, Miguel Hito, I almost said the Reverend Joey T.
You usually do.
Caleb
That's because
Crispy.
we missed the hell out of him.
Caleb Crispy.
We do.
Even though we love you, Caleb, very, very much.
Hey.